What's going on, everybody? This is Jeff with Island Hopper TV, and today I'm coming to you from Auckland, New Zealand. So we're gonna walk around Auckland. I'm gonna show you guys what it's like to be here, hang out in one of the most interesting places you might find on planet Earth, with probably some of the highest quality of life you will find also. It is a bit expensive, but if you're excited about this video, smash up the likes and let's get started. As you can see, here's the St. Matthew Church and one of the iconic landmarks that you'll find here in Auckland, the Sky Tower, Sky City. You can actually bungee jump off that. I wouldn't do it personally because it just, I don't know. I'm not that exciting anymore. So for those of you who are curious, there is 1.5 million people who live in Auckland. It is New Zealand's most populous area. New Zealand itself was originally inhabited by the Maori people, who they demand respect when you get here. So if you're going to come here, you need to respect the culture of the Maori, and it is very much a part of your arrival, especially if you fly in on New Zealand Airlines. The Maori people inhabited this area around 1350 when they believe they inhabited here. So we'll be talking a little bit more about the Maori as this series continues. They do more than just the haka. I mean, there's a great culture associated with the Maori. So let's keep this tour moving. So we're walking along Queen Street. You can tell this is one of the more busy intersections. Queen Street and Victoria. Ferry crossings here. Crab. I have no idea how to tackle this. Holy moly. Wow. So I just want to say that this crab is really good, but it's a lot of work. Local beer. This is called Red Line. So here we are at the Auckland Domain, a park and museum area. You can see these kids down here are playing the game of cricket. It's like baseball. There's the Sky City Tower. This is actually an extinct volcano turned into a park. So Mount Eden is over that way, but pretty cool. I'm going to try my luck on this City Explorer tour, see if I can get a seat on that hop on hop off bus. But yeah, here's the War Museum. Nice views up here. Okay, so the next place we're going to explore is Parnell Village. So this area here is a great place to go for those who enjoy cafes and leisurely, relaxing, old, rustic New Zealand type communities. This village here, Parnell Village, has been restored. It's an upscale shopping to do, some art galleries, cafes. What do they have in here? Never know what you'll find in between the cracks. Oh, back out onto Parnell Valley, or Village. So anyways, this is one of the stops along the hop-on, hop-off bus trip. I had a soft drink and a sandwich with some nice cheese and ham. So anyways, let's keep this tour moving. So this area here is mostly the Queen Wharf and the Prince's Wharf. Obviously, as you can see, it's mostly under construction. If you go over here, there's an area to walk around on this wharf, and there is actually the Maritime Museum, which if you get a chance you should go to, being that Auckland is a place where sailing, the sport of sailing, is extremely popular, and as they call it, the America's Cup. So the 27th America's Cup Bold Kiwi Challenge, in case you didn't know, people from New Zealand are called Kiwis. Some people think the currency here is called Kiwis, but it's not. It's dollars. So here we go along Prince's Wharf. This is the Maritime Museum. What do we got over here? Lots of bars. It's interesting because in Auckland, this side of the east side of Auckland is a harbor, and then if you wanted to walk, you could literally walk from the extent of the entire country in 5 hours in Auckland on the North Island. It's actually the thinnest part of the country. If it was the Panama Canal, they would love to only have to canal that short, small of an amount of water you get through. This is the side that's known for sailing. The other side is known for surfing. Oh, look at this. Here comes a sailboat. What do you know? This harbor here is actually called Viaduct Harbor. In front of the Team New Zealand base building, team shop for the sailing club. Across this bridge here.
Yeah, they will have it.
There's an example of the sailing that they have going on. It's an easy way to get across from the wharf,
Yeah.
to the CBD. This bridge is actually a drawbridge, so it lifts. You can see the pulleys. ship with a big mast. Like those right there are coming through. This is called the Wynyard Quarter. Wynyard Quarter. Got one of the cruise ships in town, or cruise ship over here, the Viking, and then these ferries right here that'll take you to the islands. Downtown ferry terminal, piers 1 and 2. This is pier 4. And what they're building essentially, if I just show you right through here, they're building the Britomart train station. So this is an underground train station they're building. That's why you're seeing so much. You can see Britomart station, it all starts here. So there it is. Underground Railroad. Fortunately, the city doesn't look so good with this installation of the Underground Railroad station, but when it's done, it'll be great. Until then, it's a pain in the ass. In all of Auckland, it is the CBD. And don't be surprised if you see someone walking around barefoot. People think the people who walk around barefoot are crazy, but because Auckland has such clean streets, people do it. And people who can afford shoes do it. Not everyone, but when you see someone walking barefoot, it's kind of like a tradition out here in New Zealand. Queen Street's a nice place to do shopping. I just went to the Oakley store and I got a pair of sunglasses I've never actually got before. I don't ever usually get this design, but the reason I got it was because you see here in the middle, more sun protection. I've just been getting a lot of sun through the glasses, so I chose to get something that doesn't take over my face, but also covers a lot of areas that would allow sun in. I also got a pair of shorts. I have a lot of amphibious shorts, but the ones I just got are actually 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Yeah, the ones I just got are cotton. I like cotton because they're really comfortable. And it's not like I'm spending a lot of time swimming. Sure, if I was in the Philippines island hopping, I'm headed south to Queensland, or Queenstown, and Wellington probably. If you guys haven't already crushed up the likes and subscribed to this channel, don't forget, crush the like and hit subscribe.
I've learned a lot.
If you haven't already watched the Australia series, I went to 6 cities. And by the time this video is uploaded, after about a week or two, you'll see several New Zealand videos that you can also watch. I like these street performers. Some really talented street performers out here in New Zealand. It's great because now the blue skies are out. Yeah, for real, the local live music is outstanding. But yeah, when you come here, I'm going to recommend that you do island hopping. Some of the other islands. I went to Waiheke last time. I recommend that one. You know, New Zealand's one of those places you want to rent one of those vans and just drive, because Australia's so big, you know, there's so much to see and it's so spread out, whereas New Zealand's basically 2 islands, North Island and South Island, and they're not very big. I mean, you could do each island in 1 to 2 weeks depending on how fast you want to go. And when I say 1 to 2 weeks, I'm saying you can see nearly most of what you need to see or want to see on each island. I mean, the North Island, last time I was here, I went to Rotorua, Lake Taupo, Wellington. There's also Nelson, which I haven't been to. I might go there this time. And then on the South Island, I went, you know, to Nelson, or Picton. And some of those other places, rode the train from Nelson down to Christchurch. But I didn't get to make it all the way south down to Dunedin and Queenstown, so I'm pretty set on hoping to get to those points. So, like I said, if you haven't subscribed to this channel and you want to see what's coming from the South Island and some of these places across the North Island, you may consider subscribing. Sky City. This is a casino and a mall and a hotel. And you can bungee jump off that. You can see, let's see if anyone's doing it. I don't think so. And I don't think I'm going to volunteer myself to do that for entertainment purposes. Thank you very much. So anyways, thanks for watching this episode of Island Hopper TV from Auckland, New Zealand. And we'll see you guys on the next video.